squad!
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to one of the most interesting vlogs we're gonna have all year. We've got Mum in the background. Mum, say hello.
Hi.
Mum's in the all black today, Black Panther, Wakanda forever. And then we've got Bulgy, who's on his knees.
Just scanning something.
Standard process for him.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another vlog. This week is, like I said, one of the most interesting vlogs we're gonna be doing. We're gonna be going to, well, we're here, we're in New York, we've arrived. For those of you that don't know where New York is, I feel like most of you would, here's a little map. We traveled from Melbourne to Sydney, Sydney to Honolulu, and then Honolulu to New York, and we landed in New York about 2 days ago. We've had a pretty busy time here. We've done Times Square, we've done Grand Central. My sister is here. That's the reason that we are here, because she does graduate from Fordham University, and she's got her A10s, which is the big rowing regatta this weekend as well. Would you believe it? It's in Philadelphia, and I am also going to be in Philadelphia playing footy. So it's an action-packed weekend. We're very excited. The fam's all here. I'm here. First time I've seen the fam all together in probably the last 6 months, so it's good to be linked up. But yeah, that's the start of the vlog. It's about 8 AM Friday morning. I've started off the morning. I woke up at 3 AM, not because I wanted to, just because that's the time that my body clock woke up. And went to the gym, did some boxing, wanted to get in the sauna, but had to come back because I'm starving and I'm ready to eat. So yep, LFG, let's go. Another vlog, this time, New York. It's pretty crazy to think that last week we were in Kalgoorlie in a country West Oz town. I travelled back to Melbourne for about 48 hours. We got into a little bit of sparring there at Chapel Boxing, which was really good to get the body moving. And I always like to stay training, stay moving, no matter where I am in the world. Then it was time to get to the Melbourne airport, where we dropped off the bags, travelled to Sydney first. So we had a flight to Sydney, checked in at the Amex Lounge. I had to check that out, and actually it was really, really good. The Centurion Lounge was fantastic. I get that on my Amex card, which I'm very, very fortunate to have on the business card. We flew then from Sydney to Honolulu with Hawaiian Airlines, and then Honolulu to New York. You can see the disparity of the two different climates. It's freezing cold and rainy, which I didn't expect it to be in New York because I thought it would be coming into summer, but no, it's not. My mum's happy with her new Prime Train hat, which do come out very, very soon. Linked up with the family here who have been in New York for the past 3 weeks, and we're here, like I said before, to catch up with the sister who does have her rowing regatta, or in New York, or in the US they call it regatta. Anyway, we headed to Times Square. I had to check out a few different buildings. Obviously, the Grand Central terminal is very good. Then linked up with the sister. It was good to finally see her. She's happy. I gave her a good little bit of a rough up. She did try to get me in a headlock first, let's not forget. But it was good to see her, link up with her, and she's happy. Headed out with the family for a feed. She's at university in the Bronx, so we headed out to this beautiful steakhouse in the Bronx where we got the tomahawk steak and some fantastic truffle pasta. After that, we're on our way, just me and the old man, to check out the New York Magpies football trainings. So this is all on Wednesday night, so a very busy Wednesday. So the day before the intro that you did watch before. And now me and the old man are training in some fantastic scenery. Like, look at this. It is fantastic where we get trained. They do train on AstroTurf, which I find really weird, like changing direction. I couldn't quite fully get it, but it was really, really good to link up with all the boys and meet everyone, get to know some names, and the skill level is kind of better than I expected. I don't know if that's a bad thing to say, but it is better than I expected. They've got a good coach. They've got, you know, a really good team environment as well. So I was more so just eager to meet everyone and kind of try and, I don't know, get them to know my name and vice versa, I guess. Headed home that night, and then this is on Friday morning. headed to Temple Gym just down the road from where I'm staying. Got some bag work in. I have been loving my boxing lately. It's a good way to stay fit. I'm very, what's the word? I'm still in my learning phase of boxing. I'm not very good, but I am enjoying the process of it. Headed home, cooked up a fantastic feed. Even when we're overseas, we're still eating very, very good. We've got our pasture-raised eggs and, of course, our beef mince, bacon and steak. Headed off to see the sister on Friday. We are now down in Philadelphia, so traveled down to Philadelphia. Got to see all the sites, and this is where my sister's rowing regatta is, and it's where I'll be playing football as well. So this was an action-packed Friday. We had it all going on. I barely had any time to film. I am also trying to enjoy my travels as well, so I do want to stay off the phone as much as possible, but that's pretty much a wrap for that. Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday, which means it's game day. We're here in Philadelphia. I woke up at about 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. It's now about 6. I've had a shower, got myself ready. This is the view outside of the Philadelphia apartment or Sofitel where we are. So you can see here, we've got I think that's like, I actually don't know what it's called, but I'm pretty sure that's the main building here in Philadelphia, like one of the main tourist attractions, which is pretty sick. So we've got a good crib. Slept like a baby last night. I literally got home, I reckon at, 5 p.m. Had a Philly cheesesteak, which was absolutely unbelievable. Got back, watched Captain America, because it was on TV, and then went to sleep at like 7 or 8 p.m., 8:30 p.m. probably, which was absolutely what I needed, because I woke up at 3 a.m. yesterday and now I'm waking up at 5 a.m., which is good. I'm kind of back on the right clock. My circadian rhythm is slowly getting back to it. I can't wait to have a Starbucks this morning, because that is something that I really want to get my hands on. Don't know if I will, but we'll see how we go. Play at midday today. I'm going to go off this morning and watch my sister, who will be rowing in her A10s. They've got the heats and stuff this morning, so I'll go off and watch that and support her. And then I'm going to Uber to the game, which is like an hour away, so not that keen for that Uber. But yeah, I didn't even end up eating dinner last night. I literally had like food at like 3 p.m, 4 p.m, and that was enough for me to just go straight to sleep. My Whoop has got me on 97% recovery today, which is probably the highest percent of recovery I've ever been before a game. I don't really feel like 97% recovered. I've been pretty crook all week, the last couple of days, like a couple of weeks. So just slowly trying to get back to it. But that's it for this morning. We're gonna have a very, very busy day. So without further ado, let's get to it. You ready for today, Bolchi?
Ready to go today, yeah.
Ready to go.
I reckon. Should be a good day. Weather's good.
Weather's good.
Yeah.
Wind?
Not much wind.
Not much
I
wind.
think. I don't know what the forecast is, so it should be good for the rowing and the...
What are you wearing today?
Just got jeans and boots and Fordham. Got to represent the Fordham.
Very good. Very good. This is why we're staying, everybody. The Sofitel. Quite nice. Actually, really nice. Look at this. I feel like I'm in an old movie. Oh no, do they not have breakfast?
What's that?
Do they not have breakfast? Figure it out. Buffalo breakfast. Let's go. Oh my god, I'm gonna eat myself silly. We've got potatoes, actual good eggs, bacon, and all of these freaking... I think they have almond croissants on tap. Unlimited almond croissants. Unlimited chocolate croissants. Oh my god. I'll be too full after this. Alright, real eggs, which you don't get everywhere. Bacon, cream cheese bagel. Let's lock in. Serving them 2. French toast, almond croissant. Fordham University.
But we need
Women's crew.
Mum and Dad are the number one. They're the number one people that help her out for us.
Yeah,
Look,
we are.
Mum's got freaking
I
bakeries.
got bananas, I got oranges.
Bloody ridiculous. Just
got
supportive
everything.
parents. Hate to see it. We had to head down to the river to check out my sister's regatta. They had their first heat here, their A10s championship, their final regatta of the year. But before we got into that, I had to Uber Eats myself a Starbucks because I was feeling like some caffeine.
Have a good one. All right. We just Uber Eats some Starbucks for the morning. Nothing better. Nothing better.
If I lived in America, I'd be overweight too, because some of the freaking scrumptious, delicious food that they have over here is incredible. My sister got on ESPN and she got a massive shout out, which is so sick.
A senior from Houston. In the stroke seat, it's Annabelle Balch, a senior from Sunshine Beach in Queensland. That's in Australia. The captain in seat 7 is Eleanor, a senior from Seattle, Washington. Seat 6, Ellie Lewis, a senior from Portland, Oregon. In seat 5, a graduate.
That was a pretty cool moment and really made me appreciate how amazing of a job she's doing over here in her rowing. I'm so proud of her. They rowed really well in their first heat. They got in the top 3, which is what they needed to do to get through to the final. In the final, they finished 4th, so they just missed out on the silverware, which was unfortunate, or the bronze, the hardware. But yeah, I'm really proud of her. She's an absolute legend, and I couldn't be more happy for what she has achieved over here. It's great to see, even though she doesn't look too happy here. And she wasn't. She obviously wanted to finish in the top 3, but I am so proud of her. So after that, it was time to get the hour drive out to Oak Mills to try and play some footy.
We've got Philadelphia over here. We've got New York over there. I don't know what to expect. This is the field. Let's get it.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another game day vlog. I need to give you guys a little bit of an intro into the United States Australian Football League. So it was amalgamated in 1997. So it has actually been around for a fairly long time. And it's crazy that not that many people do know about it. So every year they do hold a national championship. This year it's going to be held in October, and it's pretty much just a tournament for all of the clubs to come along. The most titles have gone to the Denver Bulldogs and the Austin Crows are the 2 probably best teams. New York have always had a pretty strong team, so it's good to get around it and get involved, which I've really enjoyed. Now, if you have a look here, I'll put up a graphic of all of the different places and I guess cities that have AFL team. So it is pretty crazy that it is played over here and that it's going really strong. So if you guys do get over at any stage to the US, definitely check out the local club and have a game there. I'm starting this game against the Philadelphia Hawks on the Pine, which is good, but I'm really excited to get around it. Unfortunately, we do have a new videographer this week. Obviously, it's hard to travel with the videographers every single week. But this videographer is obviously new to the game and never seen any games of AFL be played before. So he did film the first half in vertical until I told him at halftime, I hope that you're not filming it in vertical. Anyway, that's all right. He did a really good job based on what he had, but he did miss a lot of the game as well. Unfortunately, that he didn't just like film everything. He kind of just like filmed about 1/25 of the game, to be honest. So I didn't film too much, but that's all right. Let's get into the game. And I want to give you guys a little bit of an insight as well into like how the game, you know, is played and give you guys some good, I guess, just viewership of how it all works. The Philadelphia Hawks started off really well. They kicked the first couple of goals of the game, and then we snapped a couple back, and we do go in at quarter time. I think we're down by a point. So it was quite a physical game. Now, one of the rules of the USAFL is there has to be 9 Aussies on the field out of the 18. 9 Aussies, and then 9 of them have to be United States people with citizenships from the US. So that's an interesting way of how it all works. Like I said, going at quarter time, pretty close, and it's wet as well. So keep that in mind when you're watching the standard of footy and the skill set, because I actually believe that the skills were really pretty good. It was just unfortunate that it was so wet. They used a bit of a smaller ball as well. They used those like real, it's not just like, I don't know, it's different to what the Burley that I'm used to using from last week. But we get a really good kick off in the second half and kick a few goals.
which was fantastic. We started to get a run on, just started to get the ball forward a little bit more, and started to hit our kicks. I think that what changed in the second half for us, or in the second quarter, was we just managed to play the game on our terms a little bit more and get our structure a little bit right. It's always difficult running into a team of all new people, and like everyone's new. This bloke here dominated. I thought he was fantastic. Played really, really well. I've got pretty heavy numbers on my back here, 75. I went back from probably about 75 metres and tried to kick a goal. Unfortunately, again, didn't quite make the distance. And again, apologies that this has all been filmed in vertical. Hard to get it, but that's a very, very good goal on the left. And I eventually went forward at the end of the second quarter and got on the end of one, which was fantastic, and got a goal. So again, it's hard. We don't really have all of the footage from the game, so it's pretty hard to show everything. Missed the soccer here. I don't know what the hell I was doing. Missed the mark and missed the soccer, so couldn't end up getting a goal. But we did go in at half-time. LJ does get a really good goal here. Nice little shot. Had all the time in the world. And goes back and finishes the job. But I was pleasantly surprised at the standard at half-time. I thought that it was really, really good. I also love our jerseys. These are the coolest jerseys ever. We've got the New York Magpies on the front, and then on the back we've got the Statue of Liberty and the Empire State Building. I think that it might be one of the coolest designs of football Guernseys that I've ever seen. I'm going to leave you guys with a little bit of a speech from the coach at halftime.
More space, okay? Half forwards. Just push back an extra 10-15 to give us a little bit more space. And I want the mids then to feel like, okay, now I have to go long because that is the option. Okay, so we can stop being a little bit cute. Structurally, that will make this kick a little bit longer.
Start of the third quarter, and one of the most embarrassing things ever happens to me at the start of this quarter. I get an open shot on goal, I'm running in, I sell some candy on the line, and then unfortunately the guy that I sold the candy to, I end up kicking the ball into him, and it goes through from behind. Unfortunately, my videographer for the day missed it, but this half is a little bit better at least because it is in landscape. Anyway, like I said, it was tough because it was his first time kind of doing footy stuff. But yeah, I don't know. We're all learning slowly. Obviously, to get Fusey with me for these long trips. But anyway, it was absolutely fantastic that we started to get a little bit of a run on here in the third quarter. We go in at halftime, 42-22. So they're kind of still in it. But this third quarter, we really did start to kick away and started to kind of get on the end of everything. I just fumbled this ball here. I don't know what I'm doing. Get a handball out, and then I was out of bounds. So probably wasn't the best handball to put my teammate in the right spot. We did have some really good Aussies, I thought, playing some really good footy. And then like Magic was fantastic as well. He's a US lad, so it always helps having people that are good US players make a pretty big difference in the end. So that's the most important thing, like having those 9 US blokes and the 9 Aussie blokes. If you could have 9 really good US players, then that makes a really big difference to your team. But yeah, we started to get on the end of them at the third quarter, and by the time at the end of the third quarter it was 65-24. So we did start to kick away, which was fantastic, and started to really get on top of the Philadelphia Hawks. I get a good mark at the start of the last quarter. I actually kicked another goal at the end of the third quarter, but that was missed again, unfortunately. Get a good shot at the start of the fourth, like I said, and got a goal, but like I did mention before, it was pretty scrappy, but we had some people that were just going hell for leather and winning it out of the middle, which was really, really good. And they just got into some really good spots. But overall, this was a really cool experience. And for anyone else that does go overseas, that does go to play, you have to do it. You have to go and play some local footy. if you get the opportunity. Like, I also just love when I do have a little bit of time when I'm overseas. It's good to have something else to do that isn't kind of just drinking, because a lot of people go overseas and they'll drink, they'll party, they'll do whatever else they want to do. But for me, I like to have some sort of structure. So like having a footy training or playing some footy is like really good fun for me, because it's I don't know, it sets me on the straight and narrow, which is good. But these guys were all fantastic. If you do end up in New York, definitely go down and train with the Magpies or play a game. These guys take a good grab at the end of the final quarter. I did actually kick another goal as well halfway through the last quarter, but unfortunately wasn't videoed. A lot of players over here I think are punters, are NFL punters or American football punters. That's why a lot of Aussies come over here, and then they probably just want a taste of AFL, so they end up playing a little bit of AFL footy. But the US AFL, can't thank you guys enough for having me, and hopefully this all does help with the exposure of your game, and hopefully bring a little bit more interest to it as well. Congratulations on 100 games. It's one of my teammates, and we got off and finished off on a really good note. So thanks for having me, guys. Much appreciated.
Hey, let's get a photo. That's hilarious. Prime Energy to finish off the day. Do you want it? Do you like Prime Energy?
I actually never.
Delvsy! Come over. I got here with me. Delvsy. Believe it or not, we did go to the same school. I don't really remember crossing paths that much at school. He was 4 years older than me.
That's right.
You've been here at the Magpies for how many years?
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
And what do you love about the club?
Just seeing people come in and out,
Yeah.
exactly like you've done today, like coming all the way from Australia, playing a few years. You know, the connection with the Magpies stays for years. It's awesome.
What's kind of for you, do you reckon, like what, I know that there's not many clubs to go to in New York, there's only one, but how did you hear about it, for those that don't really know like how to find it? How did you hear about it and what got you into it?
The Australian community in New York is pretty strong, and you know, you want to have that Aussie connection, right? You come over, you want to have a run around in the kick, and so I needed something in my life that was Australian, and for me it was the Magpies, and we travel all over the country, meet awesome dudes, and get up to no good. Now, end of the year, in October, you guys have the Nationals Carnival. Tell me a little bit about that, how that works. All teams from all over the US come together, 5 divisions, men's and women's, and it's a bit of a round robin, and then if you make it through to the Sunday, the granny's a Sunday afternoon, so 4 games, 2 days, and it's all over the country, about 3,000 players, and half have to be non-Australian on field and the rest Aussie. Yeah, so there's 18 on the field, and there's 9 Aussie, 9 US, that's the rule. That's the rule. So if you guys are around, or if anyone wants to come to New York and play some footy, or anywhere else, there's teams Austin, Minnesota, there's teams pretty much everywhere. I think there's 20 teams, so come along to the US AFL and check it out. Last one, one thing that not many people know about you. Not many people know about me. I'd say in the footy world, not many people know that I'm a singer. Oh, here he is. Karaoke king. Very good. Thanks for having me, bro. Appreciate you, man. You're a legend. Good stuff. Whew, I stink like piss. Yeah, we got to get a flick, don't we? Can we get T to take it? We'll love it. Oh, yeah, I got it. He's kicked 5.
All right, perfect.
Thanks, appreciate it. Oh, thanks for having me, man. Really appreciate it.
Genuinely, more than welcome.
Yeah. No, bro, I've got nothing better to do, so.
Hey, you know how your sister went yet?
No, of course.
Yeah, go and find out mate.
Great idea.
What are we doing with it?
It's the way of it, unfortunately. You just got to run it. So we're gonna go to a bar after, and then from there we'll go and transfer all the stuff if that works. Perfect. Is that easy?
Yeah.
It's been a crazy experience so far.
What's your opinion about American footy?
Well, it's hard because it was wet today, but it was actually pretty good. Like, it was pretty strong in the contest, like pretty tough. I enjoyed it. It's hard with the weather, bro, because it just makes the skill level obviously drop off a little bit. But man, I really enjoyed it, bro. I really enjoyed it. You've been here for a while?
3 years.
3 years?
Yeah. Yeah, my mom finally got happy I'm playing it.
Nah, bro, I love it. Alright, I'm gonna call it.
2-quarter team.
Yeah.
4 quarters, I think they still, even after all these years, I think the fitness and the polish is not as good as like a New York or something along those lines.
Yeah.
But it's a good. I mean, they're a good side, and these guys are really good too.
These guys are good. Yeah, and I think we've had some good players come in. I think so. This team looks good.
Yeah, they're a good side. I mean, I always pencil them in as a chance to win. You have
Great to meet you, man. Tom, thanks for having us, man. Really appreciate it. It was good. It was good.
Johnny's been playing since Tom Wills invented the sport. I'm just kidding. This is 23 seasons, 24?
23 seasons, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Like the hats, they're good.
National team player. In my mind, probably the best American coach in the country.
Awesome.
And probably not the best.
Nah, it's good, man.
And,
Thanks for promoting the game. We'll try and do the same thing. So appreciate what you do, bro. It's really good. It's really good. It's it's awesome.
Yeah, it's good having me out there. It's fun playing.
Yeah.
I think you're a good mark, I think.
You'll beat me.
Yeah?
I'm not so sure, mate. The smile on this bloke's face is like, he's just going to go.